everybody. We're here today on the Toy Talk Facebook page to chat about birthday parties, party pack artists, and having a lot of fun at home with homemade parties and activities throughout the party that actually create the party pack. So Justine, I was doing a little Facebook Live interview a couple of days ago around the issue of party pack artists, because we're seeing more and more that parents are spending a lot of money on party packs. You still have a child in that under 8 age category. That's my nephew, Brent, by the way. And you are still going to a lot of parties. And we create your kids' birthday parties as you helped me create my kids' birthday parties over the years. And boy, we've had a lot of fun, haven't we?
So much fun. But there is nothing worse than when you leave the birthday party and your child goes, "Is there a party pack?"
In fact, no, but there's a bit bigger problem than that. A lot of kids arrive at the party and the first thing they're looking for is, where's the party pack and what am I going to get when I leave?
Yes.
Which is actually quite sad, because the day should really be about the birthday child, not about the visitors. Having said that though, kids today are so overstimulated and they are looking for fun and entertainment. And I think we've become quite clever and expert at entertaining kids. But entertaining kids on a shoestring. And I don't know about you, but I think for me, I've never organised a birthday party more than 2-3 weeks in advance. And I think you're the same.
No. I don't have time to do that more than 2 or 3 weeks apart. But I think what is the best thing about what we do is that we make things during the birthday party that form the party pack, and kids actually get to take that home with them.
So we create an experience. So I think there are 2 parties that you and I have done for our own children, and we also shared at a talk we did once called Birthday Talk. And the first one I'd like to share with our viewers is actually the construction party, because everyone's sitting with construction toys at home. So let's recap what we did for that construction party.
So for me, I know that I have got big boxes of Lego. So all those Lego kits that we've had have all sort of mishmashed together and have all ended up in one big plastic box. And we have building blocks and we have planks.
Those
little wooden
blocks.
They look like Jenga blocks.
We had lots of zoobs, those click together zoobs.
And any sort of other construction toy you can think of for marble runs, etc., etc. But I think the best part about Lego being generic is that you can make it into anything
so
you want.
It's free play.
So you can create games around it. You can create a free play zone. And the other thing that we loved for the construction one, so when I ran the construction party, Bob the Builder was
Yes, well, even for my children, Bob the Builder was the big thing.
And one of the things I loved was the junior tradesman.
Yes, so those were those little real, and you can still get it today, little mini bricks that are real, made out of real brick substance.
And then real cement.
Real cement, that's right. So what we did was, we had activity stations.
Yes.
So the kids arrive at our parties and generally have 20 minutes or so of free play, and then we have activity stations. And one of the activity stations was
the bricks,
the building with the real bricks and cement.
Then
we had another activity station with jelly tots and toothpicks.
And now that is a hit anywhere you do it, in any kind of party.
Such a win. So what you do is you give children a little packet. What we I think did was created Ziploc bags with a small party pack of jelly tots and about 20 toothpicks. And then the kids sat at a table or on the floor and they built their own jelly tot constructions.
And we actually had a little competition at my party as to who could build the most creative structure with the jelly tots.
Yeah, that's right. And you had to name your structure, if I recall. Okay, so I will post a few pictures after we've uploaded this video of some of the pictures from these parties, because you can see how interactive it is for the children. And then we had, so that jelly tot construction became one of the things that the kids took away.
And then one of the things that I'm just thinking about is I played Lego games with the children as well, where I gave them Lego bricks, and they had a certain, literally 20 Lego bricks each, and they had a limited period of time to construct something or to put them together, and it was a race to see how quickly they could put the 20 bricks together.
So kids love a little bit of competition.
And I did relay races like that as well.
Okay, so tell us how relay races work.
So relay races are always fantastic because children love competing against each other. So I would split them into the 2 groups. So if that was the little station, and they would have the 20 bricks, and they literally would have to run, grab a brick,
Bring it back,
run back to the next person,
add.
slap their hand, the next person's got to go and add a brick, and they've got to build the tallest tower.
So what this means is that you can actually run a party like this for 2 to 4 year olds, very simply, or for 8-year-olds or 9-year-olds, and extend it. If it was summer, you could even use a swimming pool.
Oh yes, diving in and getting the bricks and then building.
And then swimming back with your brick and adding it to the construction.
I also played a dice game where they were all sitting in a circle, and I threw the dice, and whatever number was on the dice was the amount of pieces that they had to race to put together.
Oh wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that was
I wasn't at that party. What happened?
I probably were, but maybe in the garden manning another station.
Maybe I was there. Okay, so this is the other thing with a homemade party. Justine and I are very lucky to have family around, and we have lots of friends, obviously. And what we do is we commandeer some manpower. So each activity station that you have needs an adult to look after it. So
and dads love construction parties.
Absolutely. And we have Father's Day coming up soon.
Absolutely.
And you could even do a little construction party for Father's Day, just for fun. Wouldn't that be a great idea?
And actually, if just thinking about it, because I'm going back quite a few years here, the little yellow construction hats, I bought very, very cheaply, and I think that actually formed part of my party pack as well.
Yes, I think they took a construction hat
they're
away.
made out of that cheap plastic, you know.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
and they're about $15, I think.
Okay, so let's remember what we had with the party pack: the construction hat,
yes,
the jelly tots and toothpicks construction,
yes, and then they made a little builder's clipboard.
Yes,
so
I remember that.
I had a station. So my husband cut up. It's masonite.
Yeah, masonite.
It's that
created like a clipboard.
Yeah. So he went and he got a big sheet of that masonite and just cut it into little blocks like
A4 with A5.
A5s, little A5 things, and I bought those
pegs, wooden pegs,
yes. just clothes pegs. Yeah. And the station basically was that they could paint their board, and then they could paint their pegs or decorate their pegs. I think I had some glitter and I had some whatever they wanted to stick on them or whatever, and then they glued. Just with wood glue, the 2 little pegs onto the board, and then we left them to dry, and then those went into the party pack as well.
So they had a little brilliant idea.
Yeah,
brilliant
so
idea.
that was fun. And then the other thing that we put into there was we had a biscuit icing station.
Yes, I remember that. And it was so cute. I will post some pictures of this because it's tennis biscuits because they needed to be square.
So they made their own little houses. So we had tennis biscuits, which was the square, and then we had wafers. You know, you buy those wafers that you can cut.
Yes.
They actually are rectangles to start with, but they're thick, so you cut them in half. And then you stick them on into a triangle
for the roof.
So that it's the roof. And then I had those little mini licorices, which we used for the windows, and 2 licorices for the door. Yeah. And they made these little houses.
So essentially what we're saying is those activities that we've just described will take up an hour of the party.
Or even more.
Maybe an hour and a half, because you're going to have kids sitting at a station, an activity station, for 10 to 15 minutes, creating something or doing free play, whatever it is, and they get so excited by what they're doing. I think we underestimate how much satisfaction kids get in creating their own stuff.
You must also remember, for this age party, they don't come alone.
So this is the 2 to 4 year old is generally with a caregiver, an au pair, or a mum, dad, or a granny.
So you do sort of have almost a free play party in the sense that they just make their way from station to station.
There's no order in which they have to follow the activities, and generally the person who's come with them will go around with them, doing the activity with them. So you don't have to supervise the individual children, you just need somebody to supervise the actual activity station so that everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing when they're there. So tick, tick, tick. We've given you some ideas on how to entertain the children at the party. We've given you ideas of what to put in the party pack, which the kids are going to create themselves. And we promise you an absolutely memorable experience that kids will go home and rave about. And whoever comes with them, those adults think we're absolute champions and heroes. So we hope that you have a lot of fun doing a construction toy party. And don't forget, it's not just for the 2 to 4 year olds. You can raise the level of the kinds of activities that you do for older children. And with Father's Day coming up in June, I would strongly suggest that maybe you create a construction party for Father's Day. We're going to do a second video clip for you about pirates and mermaid birthday parties. Just keep an eye out on Facebook for that.